Flooring Porter, by the way, 5-1 now on the exchange and piling in. So
the proper people have had their say, haven't they? I mean, I've put up Classical Dream, it looks like, but
could be a Gav Cromwell double today, couldn't it?
I mean, Flooring Porter, honestly, he's been so good the last 2 years. Surely this has been the target all season. The rest of the races are absolutely irrelevant. He's only an 8-year-old as well, so he's still got time inside. He's not like he's a dual defending champ coming here with a 9 or a 10 next to his name. He's still, in novice chase terms or novice hurdle terms, you'd still be saying, he's got his best years ahead of him.
I appreciate it was 9. He's older horse than him, and he went off second favourite for the Turners. Can't have a go.
Yeah. So I think he's still got time on his side. The only worry is, like I said, if Ashdale Bob and Dashel Drasher spoil him up front, Dashel's lining up.
Looks like he's letting him.
Yeah, Dashel letting Dashel lead, doesn't he?
But also bearing in mind when he got, in that race where he missed the kick and Classical Dream beat him, he still came from 10 lengths back to finish second. So is he a pure 100% has to lead or bomb out horse? I don't think he is. Is he better when he gets in front and gets his own way? Yes, but most horses would be. So he's now shy of 5-1.
Yeah, so. Flooring, Classical Dream, and the 5-2 has gone about. Tihupu on the off. Ross Briley, over to you for the Stayers 2023.
The Stayers hurdle indeed. The rain is starting to come down a little bit, and Flooring Porter has jumped into the lead. But like I said, maybe there is a bit of a worry here because he is going a little bit quicker than you would have liked. But he's jumped that all right. Dashel Dasher home by the lead. Tihupu's wide, are just behind Sire Du Berlais with Ashdale Bob, who's racing keenly as he tends to do until he comes off the bridle and finds zilch. Right at the back is Henri Le Fonceur, who is held up with his French stablemate. Is he a stablemate? I've completely forgotten now off the back of my mind. He's certainly a country mate.
He's country mate. He's a country
Sorry,
mate.
No, they're not stablemates.
Classical Dreams, a lot closer than he was. He's not a lot closer than he was last year, but he's certainly not dead last and racing very keenly.
Classical Dream.
Yeah, he's got that low head.
He's having a pick of grass while he races.
He really is marvellous character.
Look at those ears as well. The ears are like sticking out. He has got a funny old way of going about things. But
he must be delighted, Ross, mustn't he? He's full clear now.
He's got into a nice rhythm here, isn't he? He's going a reasonable. I mean, last year he was dawdling in front, so he's going a little bit quicker, and he's not as absolutely.
Classical Dream took out outside the wings.
Blazing Carl's only got 2 behind him. They are the French horses, and I think that's pretty much everyone mentioned, apart from maybe we haven't really mentioned Home by the Lee, who suddenly, this is what happened, isn't it? When he won, he jumped off prominently. He came off the bridle, dropped to last, and came back again.
Yes,
so
he did.
He's a funny one.
Isn't that what Chambard tends to do, who won the Kimure last year?
He's unfortunately not. The ground's gone for his repeat bid, isn't it?
Yeah, he's not turning up.
Hopefully he's interesting because you've got to feel for JJ Slevin with 2 seconds on the board as well on it. And I think tactically they got this right because they just know this bloke's going to hit a spike at some point.
I think they're going a bit quick here. If I'm honest, I think it's.
I mean, if they're not, then a few people behind have got a lot of questions to answer.
Shall I tell you what put me off Flooring Porter, which I didn't get a chance to say beforehand? Exactly what you said. I think he bossed a very modest pace last year.
Yeah.
And it was just catch me if he can sprint for home almost. This time it looks like Dashel is ensuring he's going to be.
Paul Townend sizing up. Paul Townend had a look under his shoulder. He's going, are they going too fast here? How far back are the rest?
Was that Townend?
Townend.
Yeah, he's in middle.
I'd like him to make Gold Tweet just make a little bit of a move now, though. I think it's the right time to just.
He's a keen horse now, isn't he?
From dead last, do you?
No, and he needs to make a little bit of a move. He doesn't look
keen as well, isn't he?
That keen.
Do you know who's got the best position here is Keith Melrose's outside pick, Sire Du Berlais.
Yeah, he's in a good spot, isn't he? Lovely, good spot. I mean, I wouldn't have picked him necessarily on the day, but yeah, last week it was just worth that NRM.
Gold Tweet didn't jump that well either.
Wow.
Home by the Lee lost his back legs. The off the bridle bit surely comes now, lads.
Yeah, and bearing in mind.
It's not nice to leave your legs like that, but Gold Tweet needs to get a shift on. But I totally agree with you with Sire Du Berlais there.
Paisley out the back, Blazing Cal. How's he going, guys?
So Blazing Cal is he's travelling very, very well. He's starting to make his move. He's on the heels of Classical Dream. The two, Philip Burns and Paul Townend, looking at each other, thinking, "No, after you.
Yeah.
No, you go first. No, please.
No, please, you go."
Trying to work out whether the clock on the bottom is right, because if it is, Danny Mullins is doing what he does. He speeds it up, he slows it down. He speeds it up, he slows it down. He's jumped that really well. Dashel Drasher steadied into it. Sire Du Berlais pinged it. Home by the Lees off the bridle.
He's
just had a shake
anything.
Paisley's needing her. Hey,
Ashdale
Wakey.
Bob. Now, there's two ways that this goes, isn't there? If Flooring Porter wins this race, everyone's going to look at him going, why 3 years in a row?
Sire Du Berlais
exactly
was
the same
scruffy
thing.
at that.
Looks like we're watching January here, doesn't it? It's really
5 to
gone
2.
misty and moody and the rain's come.
Very
5 to 2
moody.
Flooring Porter in running because people think he ain't coming back. Let's find out. Dashel Drasher, Sire Du Berlais, home by the Lee, Tiapu, Blazing Cow
He's
and
on the
Classical
move,
Dream. They
Blazing
still
Cow.
haven't made their move, so they think they might well have the front runner covered. But we'll soon find out.
Ballsy to think you've got that horse covered, doesn't it?
Yes, it is.
It is indeed. But
He's in a 7-2, I think, now.
can you ride the perfect race 3 times, 3 years running in exactly the same race on exactly the same horse and pull it off? Let's find out.
He's still favourite to Hupu on the exchange.
Tiapu has not made his move. Gold Tweet still last. Flooring Porter pinged it
Such
again.
a good jump, isn't it?
Everything
Such
jumped
a
that
good
well, apart
jump.
from maybe Paisley, who I don't think is giving Gold Tweet much of a nice time at the
No,
back.
he's not.
Paisley just moved through the gears.
The
Call
two
it.
French
Who wins,
horses.
Dave?
Oh, wow, I've got a feeling. I've got a feeling the Classical Dreams go have a big say. But look at Blazing Cow.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Creeping him.
Yeah, here we go. But this is where you stack them up. Is it? This could be anyone's. This really could be anyone's.
Now they're
Ashdale
attacking,
Bob's
aren't
on.
they?
But are they
Sire
attacking
Du
because he
Berlais
slowed it
still
down?
catching
Let's
my
find
eye.
out.
Pulling his arms
Sire
out.
Du Berlais has got a
Flooring
cracking
Porter. He's like a
chance.
lion, isn't he?
Sire Du Berlais really making up some nice ground here.
Gold
It
Tweet,
looks
Classical
really
Dreams.
good.
Fine, now Gold
Ashdale
Tweet's
Bob,
thinking I'm getting
bridle
going.
horse
Maybe
to
too late though, Dave. What do you
dive
think?
off. Still Flooring Porter though. Is he going through the gears too quickly, or is this the time where he puts them to
Crumbs.
the sword?
It's like watching Thierry Du.
Tiapu on the outside. Dashel Drasher is on the heels of Flooring Porter. who didn't
no,
do that
wasn't
particularly well, and
good
that could
there.
well be his race.
Look at
Tiapu. Tiapu is swinging. Classical Dream. Gold
Blazing Cow
Tweet. Sire
finding
Du
it hot.
Berlais. Flooring Porter's still in front though. Dashel Drasher
Tiapu's
hasn't
got
got
this
quick.
time.
Had a little peek through his
Blazing
legs.
Carl has a chance. Home by the Lee still in the mix. He's coming up. He's
Davy
doing
Russell
the Paisley
thinks he's got
Park.
them.
Danny Mullins looks over and says, am I absolutely cooked or have you gone too soon to challenge me?
French
Classical
haven't
Dream's not
turned up.
picking up. It's Dashel Drasher, Flooring Porter,
Wow.
and Home by the Lee. Tiapu, is he going to stay?
Robbie
Home by the
Walters
Lee
is
staying
absolutely
on.
loving this.
Blazing Carl, Sire Du Berlais, could well be Dashel Drasher, but Flooring Porter's still not out of it.
He's
He's
gone a
still
bit
plugging
quiet.
on.
Come on, Sire.
Dashel Drasher, the 10-year-old.
Could be a turn up.
Tiapu, is he going to stay? Sire Du
So Hupu's got
Berlais.
to go into the red zone. He's not doing it yet. Dashel goes in
Dashel
front.
Drasher jumps in.
Go on,
Sire
Dashel.
Du
I'd
Berlais.
love to see this.
Sire Du Berlais picking up
Come
from the
on,
back.
Dashel.
Flooring Porter
I
still
dare
plugging
you.
on. Sire Du
Come on, Sire Du
Berlais
Berlais.
in the
Oh,
McManus
he's got
skirts.
him.
Tiapu down the near
got him.
side.
Keith
Dashel
Melrose
Drasher
is
is he going to be
Spider-Man.
second again. Sire Du Berlais
Hey.
wins the stayers under Mark Walsh for Gordon Elliott. He beat Flooring Porter at Aintree last year. He's
Brilliant.
beat him at Cheltenham this year. What a ride that was.
It was almost like we were watching a veterans hurdle at some point.
Yeah.
Sire Du Berlais, Dashel Drasher. Oh man, Robbie Wilders put him up at his anti-postman, I think, and everyone laughed at him. And he said, if it's wet ground come Cheltenham, this guy will be there or thereabouts. But he's been blindsided by Mr. Cheltenham himself. Fair play, Keith. Give us again the argument of why you went in.
This horse last year, he won the Stairs Hurdle Aintree, so the race that follows on from this, he's won the Pertemps off top. He's won Pertemps twice, hasn't he? Once off
Yeah.
top weight.
Horse.
Cheltenham horse. He's a
This is
spring
his
horse.
day.
He's
Yeah.
a Cheltenham horse. They said he'd lost it.
Isn't it
He's-
marvellous
he
that
just
horse can
never
win the
runs.
Potence twice and go and win this?
Well, that's a sign of a relatively poor division, to be honest, quality-wise, when you can make the jump from handicaps to graded races so easily.
Yeah.
This horse was a handicapper most of his life.
That was a gruelling test, wasn't
But
it?
the second year he won the Pertemps, he ran to about the same sort of figure as the Stairs winner that year. He then, following year, won the Stairs Hurdle at Liverpool.
When he won the Potents, he ran to
That's what I'm saying.
164.
That
The next
year-
2021, he finished second in the stayers and ran 165. So
He's just he's a spring horse. He's a Cheltenham horse, and he was 66 to 1. It was NRNB. I thought there's no way this horse runs at that price.
Yeah.
So I backed him. I expected him to go off 14s if he ran. What price did he turn? 40s?
Did you put this in the trophy as well?
No, unfortunately not.
dream.
He's got a little bit chopped off there, but Dashel, what? I mean, is there
Amazing.
a better horse in training than Dashel Drasher? He's
You'd love to own him.
absolutely
I mean, there's loads of
superb.
better horses in training, but you'd love to own him.
Yeah. We of course do a podcast every Monday, and Jamie Benson put this up at a whopping price, triple figure I think as well on that.
And also-
Our man from the tote on it.
She's not on it, but Leona did that preview show with Leona, and she turned to McCoy and said, I really fancy Sire Du Berlais. And McCoy went, he won't run in that, will he?
Did he?
And Leona said, I quite fancy
Well,
him, isn't it?
that's something he wasn't going to run price
Yeah.
at the time.
Big shout out to Tiapu, who's the only non-Cheltenham horse in that mix.
Yes. I think it's Cheltenham's caught him out as well.
He's
He'll
not.
win it next year. That is a huge run. He's had to switch
Not
on
like he
a couple
hasn't
of times.
stayed, is it? Absolutely. He's almost a bit green.
That's a massive. That's for an unexposed
He's like-
6-year-old. That is a massive run. Has he
won
got
by the
second?
lead.
He might have got second.
No, he was just nutted by second by Mr. Second himself, the Oliver Twist that is.
Yeah, I got a tendency to agree with that. He's
Dashel
only
Drasher.
6